Okay, I have something very interesting to show you today. As you can see, I have 8 cards on the table of various values, suits, and colors. So we'll go ahead and gather these. Now, since the two of us saw the cards, why don't we go ahead and just give it a Charlier shuffle. Or if you were here, I'd have you just randomly cut the cards at any location. Another great way to mix cards is to use something called the down-under shuffle or the under-down. They're very different, but they both do a great job scrambling the cards. So of those two, the down-under or the under-down, which would you like? The down-under? Okay, so let me show you how it works. You go down, under, down, under, down, under, down, down, under, down, under, down. Last one goes on top. Okay. Now from there, I thought we would just deal them out into 3 piles because it is a way to really mix a packet of 8 cards because 8 is not divisible by 3. So it really does scramble things quite a bit. So what I thought we would do here is use 2 powerful additional shuffles to really mix these cards. The first one's called a mange shuffle. It comes in 2 varieties, an over-under or an under-over. Which of those 2 would you like here? Over-under? Okay, so you push the top card into your other hand, and then the next one's over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Would you like to do another one of those or an under-over? No. Okay, that's fine. Now, note to you as the performer, you can actually perform as many over-unders or under-overs, like I've just shown here, as you like. Okay, it won't hurt anything. Another great one that I haven't been using enough, and I should because it does such a great job mixing the cards, is it's called the Bessey 2-2, and I'll kind of explain why it's 2-2. So what you do is you hold the cards like this. It's called Biddle grip. And then you take the top card, just 1, 2 from the top, 1, 2 from the bottom, 1, 2 from the top, 1, 2 from the bottom. Okay, so that's called a Bessey 2-2. Would you like to do a second one of those? You would. Okay, that's fine. Oh, try not to drop the cards here. 1, 2 from the top, 1, 2 from the bottom, 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. Okay. Now, would you like to do any more of the mange shuffles now that you've had some time to think about it? You want to see 1 under over. Okay, so how this works is you push the top card into your other hand. And now this top one over here goes under and then over, under, over, under, over, under. Okay, wow. I think you would have to agree that these cards are well mixed with input from you. So I think to finish, what we'll do is we'll deal them out into a triangle here again because it does such a great job since 8 is not divisible by 3. And then from there, I think we'll go ahead and just deal out the top 4 cards like that. And then the remaining cards can be the second pile. Oh, by the way, I have a written prediction off to the side that I think we probably should look at here. So I made a prediction as to what would happen despite all of your choices along the way. You will separate the clubs and hearts from the spades and diamonds. Okay, what does that mean? The clubs and hearts, like as a group, I guess, and from the spades and diamonds. So I think what it's saying is there's just either clubs and hearts here and then spades and diamonds here or vice versa. Wow, if you think about all of the random choices that you made and that we could have done some additional mange shuffling or Bessey 2-2 shuffling, all of which affect the ordering of the cards, I really don't think this is very likely to be the case, given all of that. Well, let's just see. So did we separate the clubs and hearts from the spades and diamonds? I don't know. Oh, it's looking pretty good, I think. So we have clubs and hearts down here. Okay, bring over our little thing. And spades and diamonds. Yes, indeed, our prediction saw the future, despite the choices that you freely made along the way. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, so how does this work Well, what you do, in fact, once again, we're at a good place here because we have a packet of clubs and hearts, spades and diamonds. So for the setup, you just randomly stack those and then perform one Klondike shuffle where you take the top and bottom off as one. The packet is now ready, so you can show this. Now, it won't be the identical ordering that I showed you, but it'll be similar because we have clubs and hearts alternating with spades and diamonds as you look through that packet. And that's what the Klondike Shuffle does. It takes the top half and the bottom half and puts it into an alternating relationship. Okay, so you'd show that, and then you can say, well, since we saw the cards, why don't we go ahead and give it a mix? Well, this is just the Charlier Shuffle, and I can add a link in the description below to show you how to do this. All of the movement of the cards right here is equivalent to just cutting the cards at some location. And since the packet we just had a moment ago was cyclic, it alternated these special cards, it won't hurt that relationship. So we haven't really changed anything in a fundamental way from what it was like before the Charlier Shuffle or the random cut. Okay, and then what I gave you was a choice between the down-under or the under-down, okay? And this has not happened very many times on my channel because those two shuffles are very, very different, okay? So I think in the performance we did a down-under. Well, let's go ahead and do an under-down and show that that still works for us. So under-down, under-down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, down. Last one goes on top. Okay, so now what does that do? Let me just explain. Well, what it does to an alternating relationship is it puts it into dichotomous blocks, okay? And so the blocks that we had set up was clubs and hearts as one group and spades and diamonds as another group. Those are the two groups that we set up, okay? And so that's what the under-down does, as well as the down-under, okay? Now, because there's 4 cards of one, quote, kind on top and 4 cards of a second kind on bottom, we can do this special triangle deal where we stack in this way, and it converts it to a Bessey sequence of order 8. Now, the reason we do that is because once it is in this organization, we can mix the cards in so many different ways and not harm that special organization. Okay, so we won't really lose track of things, in other words. Okay, and so I chose just to show you 2 shuffles that you can perform out of dozens and dozens of shuffles. Here I showed you the mange over under. I also showed you the under over. Either one will be fine. It won't harm the organization here. Also the Bessey 2-2, where you take top 2, bottom 2, top 2, bottom 2. That won't hurt the underlying structure here, okay? Now, to go from this structure back to a block of clubs and hearts and spades and diamonds, you just do that triangle deal a second time. It takes you back, okay, with the stacking in the same way. And so at this point you're done. You just deal out the top 4 cards, leave the bottom 4, bring out your written prediction, and show that indeed you have separated the clubs and hearts from the spades and diamonds. Okay, excellent work. Okay, so now you know the secret and how to perform it. So I appreciate you watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.